All right, here we go.
Hassan's worst nightmare came true. Wait, what happened? What happened? What happened to this guy, man?
Hassan recently got caught in a number of lies that are really embarrassing for him, to say the least. That
All
takes
right.
us to Yeet posting. Hassan talks about his journey going from broke to rich, and then he got community
what?
noted here, and he just got completely
What?
destroyed in this community note. It says Hassan is lying. Quote, I grew up affluent. This is a prior statement he made. Saying he didn't have to worry about making ends meet or having to take on a job or anything like that. His father was on the board of a $4 billion company. His mom is a commercial landlord, hired by his uncle's network right out of college. Yeah,
Okay, all of these things are true. It's my understanding. Yeah, nothing wrong so far.
What's his name?
Cenk
Uygur
yeah.
of the Young Turks. So yeah, I mean, this is clearly anything but what he's saying in this 2-minute clip, which we'll watch right now.
This goes both ways. If you're wealthy and you critique capitalism, you're a hypocrite. If you're poor and you critique capitalism, you're jealous. Americans are so fucking tough sometimes. Exactly.
What?
I mean, I've seen both, for the record. Because I was dead broke and was critiquing capitalism, and then people would be like, yeah, because you're a fucking loser.
Right.
And now that I have money and I still do it, people are like, well, hypocrite much? I didn't change. And it's always so strange. Obviously, this is like personal for me for many different reasons.
No, you were always rich. You were always rich. No, look. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna just keep playing
my
it.
life's fucking work.
We'll get to it.
What's so funny about it is like people want you to almost be
it's
like
a slow
once
burn.
I touch of the bag, like once I touch the bag, it's over. Like this socialism shit is done. You know what I mean?
Wait, so hold on. So she's allowed to say who subbed? So she's gonna like get out of the bed when she's telling people that when she's doing a sub alert?
And then they try to rationalize why I'm still doing this. They try to be like, oh, it's because like this is how he's financially incentivized to continue advocating for this kind of shit. And it's like, no, dumbass. Maybe it's because I believe it, you know? People think that like I just fucking was born this way, you know what I mean? I always was this person. I always had this $3 million home. Like, it's just so dumb.
Man.
It genuinely doesn't make sense. Aren't your dad a billionaire? No, man. Are you're a 27-month subscriber? Are you that fucking stupid? No. I am fortunate enough to be able to financially take care of my parents, both of my parents.
When is he wearing a Superman costume? He probably sees himself that way.
Like, oh, he comes from a billionaire family. It's like, you're fucking dumb. You're so dumb. God damn it. There are a handful of billionaires in Turkey. He would be on fucking lists if that was the case. But
yeah, actually, I don't think he was ever a billionaire. You know, so for anyone that doesn't know, Hassan's father was a multi-millionaire, it's my understanding, in Turkey, but he went broke. I think Hassan said it was because of gambling or some shit. I don't know. I don't care. Here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Hassan's money. I don't care about his family's money. All I care about is what he says on the internet. But anyway, none of that contradicts what he just said, because he moved to America on his own. Maybe not on his own, but like he got a scholarship and went to, I think, FSU. And then he moved to California, worked on the Young Turks. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Now he's a streamer. Now he's where he's at now.
It's unironically that I know. No, sorry, it's not a no joke situation because I just can't.
Oh yeah, but anyway, his dad went broke, I think right before he turned 18, and then he moved to America when he was 18 to go to college, and he had no money while he was here, like that, and I believe that. That's the average college experience, bro. Anyway.
There are people who like legitimately.
Yo, I could ask my friend. I could ask my friend about it. I have a friend that has the hookups in Turkey. I can ask.
Believe that.
First of all, it's funny how this indirectly became another clip where Hassan is raging at one of his like 20+ month subscribers. That seems to be a pretty consistent thing with him. And then he's like calling the dude stupid. It's like, bro, so someone who listens to you every day for like 20 months, if they're dumb, I mean, this might be a reflection of the sort of content they're
The
consuming.
lore drop, yeah, like one of my best friends, if he goes to Turkey, like everybody basically bends a knee basically, because he's like apparently like his family's some kind of badass in Turkey or something like that, or his uncle or something. I don't know.
I say that in partial jest. I'm not going to fully blame this on for that person and their comment, but it is still pretty funny and perhaps somewhat telling. More to the point, though, this is such a bizarre thing for Hassan to lie about. I fully do believe that his father's not a billionaire. Just because he works on a company that has like a market cap into the billions doesn't mean that Hassan's father is also a billionaire. But it's certainly reasonable to assess that his family, his mom, his dad, they're probably well into the millions. This is certainly a rich family. This is not a poor family. And for Hassan to act like he grew up poor and he worked up from nothing is really crazy.
He said the opposite. What? No, he said before that he grew up affluent. Okay, he has remained consistent on that. What he said just now is that he was poor. He didn't say that he was poor when he was growing up. He just said he was poor at some point. And I believe that that is the case, okay? Again, it doesn't fucking matter. Even if it wasn't true, I don't care. But Hassan has remained consistent on this. He's talked about it multiple times. And who cares? Who cares about his fucking money? Nobody. Well, actually not nobody, okay? Way too many people. For some reason. I don't give a fuck about his money. It doesn't matter.
His parents. First of all, taking care of your parents is a very admirable thing, very cool thing to anyone out there.
Location.
Whether you're, paying a little bit to support them or fully supporting them, I got a lot of respect for you, and that's awesome. But I don't think Hassan is being sincere here. Like, don't get me wrong, Hassan does make a ton of money. He would certainly be able to support parents that need the support of their kids' income, to help them out. But again, his parents are rich. This doesn't make sense that his parents would need that support from Hassan. So it's either lying.
His parents are rich. I know that. I know that for a fact. I know that. Okay.
Or he's greatly stressing.
I am their accountant.
Maybe that his rich parents occasionally get nice gifts from Hassan, and he's trying to spin that into I support my parents or something. So again, very weird, very very weird clip here from Hassan. Oh, but I will add a caveat.
Why do people still even believe him?
They literally fucking live with him. His entire family lives with him. I know his mom does. His dad does. I think maybe. I feel like there's other people in his family that live with him too, like siblings or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. He does take care of them. They literally live in his fucking house. What are we talking about, man?
After all of the bullshit that he's been saying, why do people even believe him anymore?
It's unless his parents declared bankruptcy.
You gotta be mentally ill.
Yeah, this doesn't add up at all. It's also really bizarre how Hassan can't grasp how hypocritical it looks for him to preach being anti-capitalist, but then delve so far into a capitalist lifestyle. This guy massively perpetuates capitalism.
Yeah, champagne socialist. Yeah, champagne. He has money. You cannot be a socialist and have money. That don't make no sense. That doesn't make any sense. No, dog. It doesn't matter if he has money. If he made a bunch of money. Okay, he did that through fucking streaming, okay, not through conventional wealth accumulation, owning a business or owning some kind of capital that generates profit. No, he just is a streamer. That's it. And anyway, it's so fucking stupid. It's so brain dead to be oh, well, he has money. He has money. He's not a real socialist. He's not a real communist. He has money. Socialism is not a poverty cult.
He buys himself some of the most expensive things he possibly can.
This is not someone who's
preaching anti-capitalism and doing his best not to engage with capitalism, right? This is someone who fully embraces it to a massive extent, and it does make him look like a hypocrite when he claims to be against all that. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about my
fully
takes.
embraces
or disagree,
capitalism. That's why he critiques it all the time.
Starting with this clip where he talks about not having to ever make ends meet or having to even take on a job or anything like that.
That wealth, by the time someone like myself, for example, I can speak from personal experience, when you grow up affluent, as I did, right? By the time you get to college, even if you go to college in America where you get a slate wiped, basically, because you have no network in the same way in the United States of America, I still did not have to work to ensure that I took care of my family. That would have over my schooling in the process. You know what I mean? There's a tremendous amount of different societal pressures that I did not have to withstand as a consequence of growing up affluent. Even if they had no money by the time I got to college, it still doesn't matter.
So to be fair, it sounds like, apparently maybe his parents did declare bankruptcy or something at some point, and then Hassan, got to college and...
Declaring bankruptcy. The thing with that.
Wait. I like it how they fucking contradict themselves. And then they're so it sounds like maybe I was completely fucking wrong. It's dude, just delete the video already. Why didn't you scrap it? Why? You're still going, or go back and edit all of that. Edit that out. Like you were just saying that Hassan was always wealthy. He was saying that he wasn't, but he always was, and yada yada. And now you've been contradicted, and anyway, let's see what they got to say.
It's
What do
kind of
they
hard
have?
to tell,
What are they gonna
what
say
the financial
next?
situation there is, because sometimes
Oh
people declare
yeah,
bankruptcy,
yeah.
bankruptcy especially with like businesses, they'll do that even if they have money. So it's not really like an indicator, to be honest. Thank you for the bits, Dr. Pixel. Thank you so much. Hassan gets angry when people call his dad a billionaire because he's a.
Think about what Leaflit is saying here. Okay. Bankruptcy. Me, Leaflit. I'm Leaflit. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. But you know, somebody that files for bankruptcy, they may still have lots of money. They may still have lots of money hidden away. like, yeah, okay, all right, man, gotcha. Yeah. Oh no, this contradicts my whole narrative. What am I gonna say? Maybe I'll just make up some shit about bankruptcy when I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what I mean when I say Leaflit is, out of all of the ones that I watch, like, just the most brain dead, yeah, but also her mind is so malleable. It's so like she can easily just like do some moves, do some gymnastics. Okay, and it's like, oh, actually, this thing that directly fucking contradicts what I was just saying, it actually supports what I was saying. Like, yeah, okay, gotcha.
He had a bunch of stuff from this affluent lifestyle before that, but then like lost it all or something.
Listen to that, dude. She's so uncomfortable.
Hassan gets angry when people call his dad a billionaire because he's a. Do that even if they have money. So
even
it's not
even
really
if they
like
have money, even if they have
yeah.
money, it's not an
Thank you
indicator.
for the
It's
bits,
not an
Dr.
indicator.
Pixel. Thank you so much. Hassan gets angry when people call his dad a billionaire because he's a.
He had a bunch of stuff from this affluent lifestyle before that, but then like lost it all or something, and his parents lost it all when he was in college, and then he became successful with the help of his uncle Cenk Uyghur and the Young Turks and all that, and now he's making the money where he can support them. That is, I think, the argument that he is making, but this still doesn't fully add up.
It's not. What do you mean it doesn't add up? It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, this is not an argument that should be had because it is irrelevant to his perspective. Is like or not his perspective, it is somewhat relevant to that, but like the logical the logical steps of his worldview, of his like, you know, the way he thinks that society should be. His money has nothing to fucking do with that. Okay, and that's what his content is all about. His content is all about politics and his political opinions, right? Okay. Why does his money have anything to do with the validity of his political opinions? Oh, that's right. It doesn't. That's right. This is just identity politics, which conservatives complain about all the fucking time. Oh, interesting. Wait, I thought that it was just marketplace of ideas, bro. What happened to marketplace of ideas? Like it doesn't matter if he's rich. It's marketplace of ideas. You could have all the money in the fucking world, but if your argument cannot succeed in the marketplace of ideas, then you got nothing. Okay, so
like,
even by your own
clip,
standards, there's no problem.
Lifestyle and this expensive house and all that. I mean, yeah, sure, not that exact one because he only bought that a number of years ago, but it is in a way him attempting to diminish the affluent lifestyle that he did mention that he had previously in the other clip that we just watched.
No, he has never diminished it. Never. If he wanted to diminish it, then he would just say straight up, like, I was never wealthy. I'm just a kid from Turkey, yada yada. But that would be stupid because it doesn't fucking matter. It would be dumb to lie about that. And it would only give dumb fucks like you more ammunition. But yeah, if he wanted to like portray himself as a bootstrapper from Turkey, then he would just say like, I'm a poor kid from Turkey. And I got here all on my own. But he doesn't do that. He's like, you know, my family was very well off while I was growing up. I had a much more fortunate upbringing, and I had access to educational opportunities that most kids in Turkey were not, and that's why he's at where he's at now.
Also, his argument, of course, hinges on if you believe him or not. And I'm not sure how many people are going to believe him, especially when he's been caught in an entire web of lies over the Kaya incident recently. I mean, this guy doesn't have the best credibility. But nevertheless, for argument's sake, maybe Hassan's not lying. Maybe they really did lose everything, and now he supports his parents. And I'll even say to Hassan, you know, if by any chance that's actually true, what I said about respecting people who support their parents, I'll even give that same grace to Hassan. But that doesn't excuse his numerous contradictions and hypocrisy. For example, his mom apparently being a commercial landlord, but this guy was on record before talking about why, like, capitalist landlords should be bleeding in the streets or something like that.
Yep.
Like, dude,
it's true, yeah.
Clear LARP right there. Clear LARP right there, unless he hates his own mom or something, but then that would be another contradiction with him now claiming to be supporting his parents.
That's true, yeah.
So what this ultimately means is, you know, I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can, but still, even in the most charitable analysis, a lot of stuff just doesn't add up, including what I mentioned earlier regarding how he claims to be anti-capitalist, but lives a lifestyle that very much heavily perpetuates capitalism. And that takes us to yet another clip of Hassan crashing out recently, just from yesterday. Hassan snaps back at Chatter, who brought up Kaya.
That's why, like, this is
What
so
about your dog?
maddening.
Brother, I can't stress this enough. And I need you to understand something, because I know I bit the bait for one person, and then I think like a Discord server was alerted somewhere because everyone started posting this. Kaya lives a better life than you ever will have. Okay, she's a better and
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
animal than you. She's much more important for many other people's lives than you. Okay, you are going to die alone, because this is the type of shit you get up to on the internet. You spend the finite amount of time you have doing this kind of stuff on the internet. Okay, you can type ah ha 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 all day every day and act as though you're totally not mad right now. But the reality of the matter is, when you die, it is going to be alone. There won't even be a sigh of relief. You understand?
This guy's
Not
so
even
mad.
a sigh of relief from your family members. That is how irrelevant you are.
He said, I fucking love it.
I fucking love it, dude. Owned his ass.
Oh, they're bad. Wow. Oh, you got them, guys.
I did dress up Kaya for Halloween. She's a Crip dog.
Bro, how do you have that sort of reaction to someone just being like, so how about your dog? This dude crashes out that hard. He starts talking about that person being dead and no one would care. Like, bro, what
Yeah,
the frick?
that was crazy, yeah.
And then when that person wasn't like getting upset, they're just like laughing, he just blocks them in the end. Up until the last month or so, I only had a handful of videos ever talking about Hassan, but lately, dude, this guy's been such a content goldmine. We've even got one more clip.
True.
Let's take a look at this one. Hassan takes offense at Chatter, suggesting he's less intelligent than Asmongold. 1.5 minutes
I
clip.
actually think that's true.
They have no loyalty to anything other than their ideology. They have no loyalty to any group of people. They have no loyalty.
What's their ideology? What's their ideology? What's their ideology, man? What is the ideology of the World Economic Forum? Brother copes so hard about being
How's
significantly
my
less
cat
intelligent
though?
than somebody known as Rose.
Dude, my cat took a my cat took a bath and she was so fluffy today. I was like petting her and I was like, man, it's like so soft. It was great.
King? Are you talking? You're saying
Dr. Pixel,
okay.
thank you so much for this. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much.
This
Thank
is
you.
one of those things where you're like,
Welcome.
you should probably be embarrassed to say that. I'm not necessarily a very intelligent person. I say it all the time. But like in a lineup of like normal people, if you were to bring both of us up and be like, this is the fucking brilliant guy, you got to listen to this guy. I don't know.
You Dallas, thanks for
Chatter
the
is
gift.
the
Thank you.
coworker that you guys basically
Dallas
avoid
Gunslinger,
at
thank
the
you.
lunch break because he constantly is wanting to show you all the different memes that he sees.
Look
on
at
the
him
internet.
coping, dude,
Look at him
real
coping in
time.
real time. It's gaming o'clock. You're a little late, bro. I didn't realize we're at 7 hours. What do you think the World Economic Forum's ideology is? OS paradox.
I like how he says that's the person people would avoid at the water cooler, as he doesn't ignore that person. He actually derails his stream to specifically address this random chatter.
Yep.
The icing on the cake is that all the criticism that
Notice how they
Hassan
always
gets
attack the
for
person?
being a hypocrite who claims to be anti-capitalist, but of course, as mentioned, lives a very much lives a lifestyle that perpetuates capitalism.
I'm still really sad I didn't get to see Charlie Kirk destroy Hassan in the fucking debate. The most tragic thing of this year, to be honest. They took it from us.
If Hassan lives the way Asmongold lives, that criticism of him would significantly be reduced. Which is a bit funny to think about. Anyways, I'm getting kind of sleepy. I need some more coffee. I'm going to end this one here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
All right, I'll link you guys a video from Hero Hey.
Wow. Socialism is when no money.